Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to, welcome to this edition of the Animated Girl Profiles Confidential. We are looking at a character from MLP again, and this character, of course, is Darring Do. And long story short, Darring Do first got introduced to a lot of the fan base in season 2 in the episode Read It and Weep, when Twilight had given Rainbow Dash a book based on the Daring Do series while Rainbow Dash was in a hospital recovering from an injury. And at first, Rainbow, of course, wasn't too into it because she thought it was nerdy, it was geeky. But in time, Rainbow actually discovers that she likes it. She actually starts to get into it. Rainbow starts to actually get into it. Rainbow starts to actually get into it, and she becomes a huge fan, even to the point that she starts collecting the books herself. She starts collecting like the posters and stuff. And what's funny is when she's reading Daring Do, we get sort of we kind of get a visualization of what she's reading, and Daring Do actually, and what Daring Do looks like, and Daring Do actually looks like a recoloring of Rainbow Dash. But what the creators did 2 seasons later to get around this is they did something that kind of surprised a lot of people, kind of threw off any kind of canons or head canons they had. And we find out that 2 seasons later, in the episode Daring Do, or Daring Don't, we find out that Daring Do is an actual person, and the person behind Daring Do is A.K. Yearling, which of course the name is a play off of J.K. Rowling. And we find out that A.K. Yearling's writing of Daring Do's adventures are actually real because A.K. Yearling and Daring Do are one and the same. So that was unique. I mean, that did surprise a lot of people, but that is a unique take on something on a character like Daring Do, where you find out that originally these supposedly fictional stories are actual real autobiographies of real adventures and expeditions and treasure hunts that A.K. Yearling had gone on as Daring Do. And ever since then, if not before that, Daring Do has gone on to be one of the more popular characters in MLP, if not one of the more popular characters in the Brony Pegasister community and fan base. Even to the point, that, like I said, even to the point that she would end up getting more appearances later on. Now, just like before her official debut, she was, even after Daring Don't, she was still acknowledged and referenced, and it wouldn't be until about season 6 that we'd get an episode with her called Strangers in Fan Fiction, which basically told the story of, which was basically an episode that not only focused on her and Rainbow Dash in a new character called Quibble, but basically was also in a sense a tribute to the fan base and conventions based around the fan base. Because here's what was unique about this. What's unique about this. AK is attending the event as herself, but she's doing it because she's trying to keep an artifact out of the hooves of one of her arch enemies. And what's cool about this is she also has a backup plan. That backup plan is, okay, if I can't protect this artifact as myself, as A.K. Yearling, that I could also blend in with the other Daring Do cosplayers, as herself, as Daring Do. And then after that, we get another episode the following season called Daring Don't, or Daring Done, where it looks like, AK Yearling and Daring 2 is going to retire because apparently there's a bad reputation following her around that every place she's gone on an expedition and treasure hunt to find artifacts, she's always left damage behind her. But thanks to Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash, we find out that the reputation is at Daring Do, aka Yearling, finds out that the reputation is actually that the bad reputation that's following her is nothing more than a ruse put on by her arch nemesis, Cabanero, to get her out of the way so he can steal some artifacts um, connected to the village named after the Egyptian pony called um, Sambanella. And uh, and like I said, it's thanks to Pinky and Rainbow Dash interventing and helping interventing that she realizes, hey, I never did any wrong. I've just been set up, and it's through this that she's able to regain her confidence as a writer and as a treasure hunter uh, expeditioner. She gets the courage and confidence to, she regains her confidence, I should say, to continue on in doing so. And then, of course, we end up getting one more appearance by her in a cameo appearance in the part in Shadow Play Part 1, where she's helping Pinkie Pie recover Sambanella's blindfold from a vat of green slime, or at least the drainage that's containing a vat of green slime. Now, of course, like with any characters, AK Yearling Daring Do made the transition over to Equestria Girls. And the first image we got of her, she had lipstick and makeup and stuff on, but, we thought, well, okay, Daring Do, AK Yearling looks pretty good. But we find out that's not really her. We find out that that's an actress named Chestnut Magnifico, who is actually more than what she seems. She's basically not, she's not what, the main seven or the humane seven, Sunset and them, first meet. She's not the person they first meet. She's actually a very shy, coy, kind individual who is an activist for finding homes and shelters for homeless animals. So so that's kind of so that was kind of cool. That was kind of a nice twist there, because you think, looking at this promotional picture, you think, okay, Daring Do looks pretty nice, but then you find out it's not really her. A.K. Yearling, her alter ego, is acknowledged as being someone that helped set up the production and the sets and everything for the movie, uh, because we find out in the human Equestria world, Daring Do is not just a book series, but it's a movie series as well. It's not just a book series, but it's a movie series as well. So, yeah, it's kind of similar, but the only thing is, we don't see A.K. Yearling just yet. Now, here's what I speculate. I would not put it past Hasbro, DHX, and the creative staff to throw a wrench into our thought process, and they end up revealing that Chestnut Magnifico is actually A.K. Yearling, but just under a different name, because she doesn't want a different name and maybe a different disguise, like different wig or something like that, because she doesn't want people to see. She doesn't want people to know she's who she is. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so overall, right now, as far as the human world goes, the human girls world goes, we know there's an AK Yearling. We just have not seen her yet. We've seen what a Daring Do character, but it's actually an actress portraying Daring Do. But again, I wouldn't put it past Hasbro and DHX to throw a curveball at us and have it revealed down the line that Chestnut Magnifico is actually AK Yearling, that is actually Daring Do. I wouldn't put it past them to do that. So overall, though, it was a nice little twist and everything to throw us off. But again, I wouldn't put it past them to really throw us off again, throw that curveball and say, yeah, what you guys suspected originally is true. So overall, when you look at Daring Do overall as a character, I think she really has earned the popularity that she's gotten among the fans and all that because it's like if you wanted to do a spin-off series on My Little Pony that's pony related and centered, Daring Do is the kind of series you could do that with. As a matter of fact, they've already spun her off into her own books, into her own individual books, novel books, courtesy of the same publisher that's bringing out Ponyfield Mysteries. I think it's the same publisher. As well as she's gotten a few comic book issues and stories dedicated to her as well. But overall, if you don't know who Daring Do is, aka Yearling is yet, I would recommend checking out My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Check out the MLP Wikipedia pages, and you'll get a better idea of who the character is and what she's about and what she's about down and what she's about through as far as when it comes to the series. So overall, that's all I'm really going to say on Daring Do, aka Yearling. So thank you all for watching this edition of the Animated Girl Profile Confidentials. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to y'all later.